สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Welcome to Weekly News Thailand, bringing you the latest updates on your screen. You can watch us on Channel 5 and TGN or Thai TV Global Network in 177 countries around the world. I am Pholawat Pupipat.
And I am Pariya Netvichian. You can check out the rerun at worldwideweb.tv5.co.th and also send your comments to SMS 415-5555.
Let's start first with the first news. General Prayut Chan-o-cha, the Prime Minister and Defense Minister, has assigned General Prawit Wongsuwan, Deputy Prime Minister, to act as the President of ADMM Retreat or ASEAN Defense Minister meeting, which will be held in Thailand this month. Lieutenant General Kongchip Trantrawanit, spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense, said Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha, who is also the Minister of Defense, has assigned General Prawit Wongsuwan, the Deputy Prime Minister, to serve as the chair of the informal ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting or the ADMM retreat. The Prime Minister also assigned General Prawit to be president for the 6th ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting with the Minister of Defense or ADMM Plus at the Ministry of Defense between November the 16th and the 19th. The meetings will be held at the Avani Riverside Bangkok Hotel in Bangkok. The aim of the meetings is to discuss strategies for security and national defense. Defense ministers from 18 countries have been invited to Thailand to visit an exhibition called Defense and Security 2019, as well as demonstrations of military tactics against terrorism and disaster relief. The exhibition will be held between November the 18th to the 21st at Mueang Thong Thani Exhibition Center. It's an exhibition to demonstrate readiness in the fight against terrorism and helping civilians, as well as a chance to develop good relations between various defense ministries of other countries.
The Deputy Commander of the Royal Thai Army visited the training of new military personnel in Loei Province to show moral support and to give encouragement to the new troops. Army Commander General Apirat Khong Sompong assigned his Deputy Commander General Nathapol Nakpanit along with others to visit the training of new military personnel for the 1st Infantry Battalion, the 8th Infantry Regiment and the 28th Army Regiment. The training was held at the 20th Army Region Si Song Rak Camp, Mueang District, Loei Province. The task was to observe and oversee the training of new cadets according to new military training procedures as handed down by His Majesty the King. They observed measures to prevent heat stroke since the weather has been hot while training. The Deputy Commander's group also visited the food quarters of the new troops. They visited the mess hall at the 1st Battalion, 8th Infantry Regiment, and together had lunch with the new soldiers. The Deputy Commander then followed up on the training on the 5th-year military cadets on the Military Student Training Unit, Army District 28, in particular how the revised training procedures was faring. He also observed a demonstration of first aid of our sunstroke patients by military students, as well as monitoring the progress of establishing a provincial internal security operations command. This is an office belonging to the 20th Army District Regiment. The visit was to show support for the operation of the Internal Security Operations Command. General Nathapol presented guidelines for the implementation of policy of the Army Commander to the Commander of the Royal Thai Army and the 2nd Army Area directly in Loei Province. He asked to take care of the new intake of troops and to create a good quality of life for them and their families.
The Army continues to find ways to strengthen military experience, and most recently, they sent the troops of military to Indonesia to join ARM operation. And ARM stands for ASEAN Army Tactical Shooting Operation. And they are now in Indonesia because this event are held from the 13th to the 28th of November. Colonel Sirijan Ngatong, Deputy Army spokesman, said that the Army sent an artillery team to join the other armies in the 29th ASEAN Armies Rifle Meet or ARM. It will be held between the 30th and 28th of November 2019 at Bandung in Indonesia. ARM is hosted by Indonesian Army. Armies from the 10 ASEAN armies are participating from the level of troops up to commissioned officers. This activity is organized annually by the ASEAN Army and each year one country play host. The objective is to strengthen military relations leading to cooperation and assistance in other areas, as well as helping to develop the skills of the personnel in using firearms. It is also an opportunity to learn about the culture of each country. This year, the Army's Infantry Center was responsible for sending troops over to participate in the activities. It sent a team of 23 professional shooters to take part in activities in 5 areas, including rifles, machine guns, and male and female pistol practice. The opening ceremony of ARM 2019 will take place on the 20th of November at Putikit Sitapat Shooting Range, Bandung, Indonesia. Thailand's Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Army, General Sunai Prapuchane, will attend the opening ceremony. The closing ceremony will be held on November the 26th, with the Thai Army Commander-in-Chief and ASEAN Army Commander-in-Chief will attend in attendance and will join a special novelty shooting event as well.
The Thai Red Cross AIDS Research Center is preparing activities for World AIDS Day, and at the same time, the director of the center says people need not be overly concerned about news of the discovery of a new strain of HIV. Dr. Suthipong Wachasintu, Director of Chulalongkorn Hospital and Thai Red Cross, together with Dr. Prapan Panupak, Director of the AIDS Research Center of Thai Red Cross, held a press conference to announce an exhibition called The Candle Lights Up the Heart on World AIDS Day. The exhibition is in honor of Her Royal Highness Princess Somsawali on the occasion of being appointed Goodwill Ambassador to the United Nations AIDS Program for the prevention of HIV infection in the Asia-Pacific region. The exhibition follows guidelines from the United Nations AIDS Project or UNAIDS under the concept Communities Make a Difference. The United Nations AIDS Program has designated December the 1st as World AIDS Day with the aim of encouraging people around the world to be aware of the danger of AIDS. It is also an opportunity to strengthen cooperation in combating AIDS, reducing discrimination against AIDS patients, and giving aid to infected people. Dr. Prapan mentioned the recent news about overseas scientists discovering a new strain of HIV called HIV-1 group M subtype L. He said it's not unusual in the science world to discover new strains, such as this one. The new strain has been detected in patients with a low immune systems or in those who have just been infected with HIV less than a year. The strain may appear virulent, but when given proper medication, the body responds well. Dr. Prapan says people should not panic over this news.
We will take a short break for now. Please stay tuned with us for more updates on Weekly News Thailand.
ถ้าความมุ่งมั่นเกินพิกัดทุกขีดจำกัดก็ไม่มีอยู่จริงไฮลักซ์รีโวพร้อมชุดแต่งใหม่สู่ความแกร่งอีกขั้นทลายทุกขีดจำกัดไฮลักซ์รีโวซื้อวันนี้รับข้อเสนอพิเศษถึง31ธันวาคมนี้และพบกันในงานฟิตเปลี่ยนชีวิตเริ่ม16พฤศจิกายนนี้
You are watching Weekly News Thailand. Earlier this week, the Deputy Minister of Commerce visited the young girl in Nakhon Ratchasima province at the center of copyright scandal. This girl was lured to make kratongs using copyright cartoon images. Mr. Weerasak Wang Supakit Koson, the Deputy Minister of Commerce, visited the 15-year-old girl at Nong Khai Nam sub-district to show support after she was lured into making copyrighted kratongs by copyright holders. Mr. Weerasak said as head of the Department of Intellectual Property, he would use this case as a study to lead to proper implementation to avoid unscrupulous holders of copyright to threaten people. He said he wants the Department of Intellectual Property to bring this issue into the public spotlight for everybody to realize and understand. The general public needs to know what they can sell and should be aware about producing kratongs or other products in the form of famous cartoon designs and whether or not they can sell them. The minister said the Ministry of Commerce is in the process of accelerating the implementation of these laws and will soon announce guidelines for copyright agents to prevent any further coercement on the part of copyright holders. As for the girl in question, she said she feels much better after she received encouragement and help from many different authorities. She said it was a good chance for everybody to learn about copyright laws. She said she wants relevant authorities to look after this issue of copyright to ensure copyright owners don't use their power unjustly. She said she made more kratongs before Loi Krathong Day last Monday using floral designs. She said she would not make cartoon patterns again.
The water situation at the Ubon Rat Dam is not good, with only 23% of capacity. Relevant authorities are discussing the problem and closely monitor the situation. Saksiri Yusuk, director of the Irrigation Office Number 6 Khon Kaen, said there was less than usual rainfall during the last rainy season. This had an adverse effect on Ubon Rat Dam, resulting in the least amount of water flowing into the dam in the 53 years since it was built. At present, the amount of water is only 574 million cubic meters, or 23% of capacity, and every day some water needs to be released consumption and preserving the ecosystem. That amount is to about 650,000 cubic meters per day. The Provincial Disaster Prevention and Mitigation Committee got together to discuss the situation with relevant agencies. They are preparing to use water at the base of the dam according to the water drainage plan of Ubon Rat Dam. This is expected to require about 190 million cubic meters of water at the base of the dam and will not affect the stability of the dam in any way. The drought situation in many areas of Nakhon Ratchasima province is getting worse and expanding, resulting in 3 districts experiencing water shortages. The amount of water inside the Lam Chamuak Reservoir, village number 6, Nikhom Sub-District, Phimai District, is very low. There is only 25% capacity owing to a lack of rain for a long time. This means no water has flowed into Lam Chamuak Reservoir. In addition, in Phimai, Chakarat, and Hoi Talang areas, very little rainfall means the reservoir has not released any water for farmers. That's because the water levels in Lam Chamuak Reservoir is very low, and it is used for tap water for villagers in 5 sub-districts and 20 villages in the 3 districts mentioned. Many farmers cannot grow rice like they did last year owing to the water shortage.
Despite the water shortage, earlier this week, Thai people and tourists enjoyed their Krathong night. It's like Krathong festival, and after that night, The city of Bangkok collected gratong
Yes.
to get rid them off, right? And then the statistic revealed that they could collect as much as 500,000 gratong this year. And this particular number means 300,000 less than last year. The city of Bangkok reveals statistics about collecting gratongs in and around Bangkok. The bureaus of environment, drainage, and district office jointly collected the floating gratongs. Thais floated gratongs to show respect to the waterways and to ask forgiveness from Pramea Kong Ka on Loi Gratong Festival night last Monday. They did this in the rivers, canals, ditches, and waterways, including all 30 public parks that were open to the public. Officials counted a total of more than 500,000 gratongs. Most were made from natural and biodegradable materials, amounting to 483,264 gratongs, representing 96.3% of all of them, and 18,760 gratongs made of foam, representing only 3.7% of them all. The total is 339,303 less than what was collected in 2018, or a drop of 40.3%. The number of collected gratongs made of natural and biodegradable materials increased from 94.7% last year to 96.3% this year. Foam gratongs dropped from 5.3% to 3.7% of the total number. The area with the most collected gratong was Lai Krabang, with 33,353 gratong. The district with the smallest amount of gratongs collected was Pom Prak Sutru Pai, with just only 214 gratongs. The district with the most number of natural gratongs was Lai Krabang, with 33,321. And the district with the most number of foam gratong was Prawet, with 1,250 gratongs. Once these gratongs have been collected, the city of Bangkok separates the refuse according to materials. They are counted by statistical purposes. The biodegradable gratongs are delivered to an organic fertilizer production plant as a waste factory in Nong Kham. For the ones made of foam and hard to degrade materials, they will be buried as landfill.
The Army Special Task Force Unit 35 has launched a campaign to prevent and solve the problem of smoke from forest fires. The Army Special Task Force Unit 35 organized an operation to show how to put out fires and to reduce forest smoke pollution. They also asked for cooperation from local communities, their leaders, and youth to help prevent forest fires and smoke in Tak Province. They provided knowledge and understanding to the people of Ban Huay Nokok Village No. 4, Mela Subdistrict, Tha Song Yang District. Representatives from varied agencies took part in this campaign, which aims to provide knowledge about how to prevent forest fires, as well as utilizing science provided by His Majesty the King to solve the problem of foreign smoke in a sustainable manner.
Now we will take you Pei Bay in Rayong Province. Officials found 3 very adorable dolphins there. They are what's it called, bottlenose dolphins. They swam near a pier. It seems like they don't really afraid of people, and it seems like they are showing off and entertaining tourists there as well. The Office of Marine and Coastal Resources 1 was notified that 3 bottlenose dolphins were spotted in Pei Bay, Si Ban Pei Pier, Mueang District, Rayong Province. Officials found that one of the 3 dolphins was approximately 1 meter length, while the other 2 were about 80 centimeters long. They were spotted swimming near the pier, and this created a lot of buzz from locals and tourists. The dolphins didn't appear to be afraid of people and swam close to people on the pier, as if showing off for them. Officials used a rubber dinghy to round up the dolphins and take them out to sea near Summit. เขาแหลมย่า Islands. It's believed they may have strayed from their herd or perhaps got lost while chasing fish. All three are bottlenose dolphins of a dark blue-gray color and pink color on the stomach. Their snout is quite short and they have a habit of living in groups or herds. Dolphins are intelligent, knowledgeable, playful, friendly to humans. In addition, Rayong province has an abundance of food resources for them and clean seawater. Since there is a lot of aquatic life, the dolphins come in to feed on them. They are commonly seen in the Gulf of Thailand. Visitors are urged not to throw plastic bags into water because they are life-threatening to these aquatic creatures.
More news to come after the break. Stay with us.
แต้วเป็นลูกค้าจริงที่มั่นใจ Toyota ชัวร์ด้วยเจ้าหน้าที่ TVI ที่เช็คประวัติรถทุกคัน ตรวจละเอียด 210 จุด มาวันนี้รับดอกเบี้ย 2.49 และฟรีประกันภัยถึง 31 ธันวาคมนี้ มาคุยกันก่อนสิคะ
น่านเมืองเก่าที่มีชีวิต สัมผัสกลิ่นอายแห่งวัฒนธรรม เพื่อดื่มด่ำสุนทรียภาพแห่งการพักผ่อนให้ทุกสัมผัสยิ่งตรึงใจน่านตรึงใจบูทีโฮเทลจังหวัดน่าน
Welcome back to Weekly News Thailand live from TV5 HD1. Workers digging a sewage drain pipe have stumbled across the remains of an ancient skeleton in Khon Kaen province. The incident took place at number 271, village number 7, Tha Pra Prayun Road, Tha Pra Sub-district, Mueang District, Khon Kaen province. The owner of the house and restaurant situated there hired somebody to dig a hole for a sewage drain pipe. At about 1.5 meters deep, the workers came across many bones of a skeleton, along with some other ancient household objects. There was also a marble bracelet, though the exact type of marble is unknown since they are awaiting for experts in the field to examine the objects. The house owner invited monks to perform a religious ceremony before taking the bones to the temple for safekeeping. 51-year-old Bun Om Pimpila is the owner of the house. She said she decided to lay the new drain after her barbecue pork restaurant started attracting more and more customers. The bones consist mainly of his skull, teeth, fingers, and ribs. There was also a broken bowl and bracelet similar to those found at Ban Chieng in Udon Thani province. There is no explanation for why the bones were situated there. Forefathers of the area have said over 100 years ago, the area of Ban Nong Bodi was once a community that made bowls and earthenware, which is where there have been many discoveries of ancient pottery in the area. The abbot of Thep Burana Ram Temple, Pra Suthep Sarakun, agreed that originally Ban Nong Bodi was called Ban Non Sompong and had been a community over 100 years ago. But because it was close to the Chi River, it suffered flooding regularly, so the community moved up to the mountain. It's also changed its name to Ban Nong Bodi. The abbot says this is the first time an ancient skeleton has been discovered since he became abbot of the temple. The temple is keeping all the findings until relevant agencies come to inspect them.
As we coming toward the end of this year and people looking for places to spend their time on their days off and long vacation, right? So local villagers and their leaders of Wang Nue district in Lampang province say they have a very new natural tourist attraction on offer, and it's called Pa Krop. Here it is. This is the Pa Krop cave area in บ้านไผ่กลาง Wang Tai Sub-District, Wang Nue District, Lampang Province. A group of villagers, local leaders, and Jason National Park staff recently surveyed the tourist attractions in Jason National Park, and they found this Pakrop Mountain was the tallest mountain in a mountain range of alternating sizes. On one cliff, there is a large cave, and visitors are able to walk around and enjoy the natural beauty of the area. Inside the cave, it's cool with some interesting stalactites and stalagmites. The trail inside the cave runs for 3 kilometers. As well, there are small waterfalls inside the cave flowing down the mountain through rocks formations. In the cool season, which is also the tourist season, the Jason National Park, along with the people of Wang Nue, will open up the area for public to visit and relax amid nature and learn about the natural environment. This area is just 8 kilometers from the village of Wang Nue. There are many other caves, such as Pangam Cave, Nan Khat Cave, Nam Cave, also Mo Cave, Luang Cave, Luk Kok Cave for tourists to visit.
Mae Hong Son Province has opened a field of beautiful lotus flowers for tourists on Mae U Khom Mountain. นายสุวพงศ์กิตติพัฒน์ไพบูลย์ the governor of Mae Hong Son Province officially opened the 2019 Golden Lotus Festival in Doi Mae U Khom. There was a ceremony to honor the lotus flower of the Pakakayo local people, along with a Karen stage performance, as well as a traditional dance performance by the Pakakayo people of Khun Yum district. Local people and tourists, both Thai and foreign, came in big numbers to see the great beauty of the fields. The fields of lotus flowers on Mae U Khom Mountain cover an area of more than 500 rai. At present, about 60% of the flowers are blooming in glowing yellow. The province of Mae Hong Son and Khun Yum district organize the Golden Lotus Festival every year. The local community provides accommodation for tourists, such as tents, resorts, and room to rent, as well as all conveniences and utilities. Ever since the flowers started to bloom on Mae U Khom Mountain, more than 30,000 tourists have traveled to see them this year. It is expected that there will be no less than 100,000 tourists, both Thai and foreign, who will come to enjoy the cool weather and see the beautiful golden blooms before the end of the year.
Now let's go to Tha Sat in Chumpon Province. On the Loi Krathong day, on the Loi Krathong night, there were a race about, it's all about boat races. It's been a very long history and traditions in this province, so let's take a look. This is the first time there's been a rolling competition that they call it 110-year-old fiber boats, and it's held in the sub-district of Rap Ro, Tha Sat district in Chumpon Province. It's part of the province Loi Krathong celebration and was held near the Klong Khut Na Yai Canal, which is a canal used for irrigation of local crops. The event was held to bring together the community and to foster love and unity for the people who have used this waterway for more than 100 years. The local community's motto is Visit Now Mountain. Listen to the story of Grandmother Now in the cave. Hear the rumor of a golden casket and visit Na Yai Canal. During this event, there were many interesting activities such as boating competition, this all I mentioned earlier, and also folk singing unique to this community, and music that requires a single drum and 2 singers. The whole festival was a lot of fun, and those that participated enjoyed the many different costumes on display. The highlight of the event was a 110-year fiber rolling competition which uses 2-meter fiber boats and only 2 rowers. The rule of the game is that The two oarsmen must be men of a combined age of not less than 110 years, and for women, their combined weight must not be less than 110 kilograms. The race is 200 meters long. The first boat to reach the red flag and touch it is considered the winner. Most of the rowers were elderly people, so it took a little while for them to reach the finish line. We need to give them some time, huh? And some rowers had to stop and rest for a while, and which is really good for their health, right? No need
Yes.
to rush. But there was a lot of cheering and shouting, and the atmosphere was fun, as you can see here.
And that's all for Weekly News Thailand. Thanks for joining us. See you again next Friday. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ